Okay, welcome back. In the previous video I showed you guys a new Optimus Prime truck. This is what it looks like. It doesn't look anything like Optimus Prime, but it will soon enough. First thing I'm going to do though is take it for a drive and do the first job. I'm going to keep quiet for the rest of the video. If there's anything worth saying, I'll say it. Otherwise, you guys don't have to listen to me. You can just enjoy the sounds of the engine. I think it's important to hear engine noises because pretty soon in the near future, we're not going to hear these things anymore. Everything's going to be electric. So we got to appreciate it while we can. Now, looking at the job market, there's a lot of ways you can do this. If you go for a quick job, you can do it in your truck, or I think you can drive for someone else. If you want to do it in your truck, you go to the freight market. When you go to the freight market, if you can see, I've got my garage in Elko. However, if I click on a place like this, which is by chems, can transport hydraulic acid. If you click on this, if you notice the starting point is all the way here, and it ends over here. The problem with this is, if you can see, the job expires in 2 hours and 22 minutes. The error people make sometimes is that they don't forget that they have to drive all the way from Elko to this location in Prim. Once you drive there, if your 2 hours is expired and you try to get a job in Prim, it's not going to be there anymore. And it was a waste of time to drive. Better thing to do is click on Elko. And now if you see the price per distance has changed, I can deliver cars. See, all these jobs start in Elko. I don't have to drive out of my city to get a job. Now if you've noticed, it's an important delivery and it's fragile cargo. This one here is a standard delivery. Now remember, if it's an important delivery, based on our skill set, I've got 18 hours to do this. If I go to my skill set, important deliveries and high value cargoes. The just-in-time delivery, regular delivery, all that stuff doesn't apply. But if it's important, you're going to get a certain percentage bonus to it. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to take that particular job. And thereafter, you guys can just enjoy the sound of the truck. This is why transporting explosives is so much nicer. It's 596 miles. This is 225 miles. But this is the job I'm taking. So you can set as GPS destination. And we're going to go for the drive. I previously tried to show you guys what my lights look like. Start the engine. I shouldn't have my bright lights on, obviously. It's unfair to the other drivers. This is what the setup looks like. I can't wait to get rear view mirrors that are actually closer into the truck. I'll have to find a way to make the angle at which I view wider. Before I do this, I didn't bother looking at the map. So this is what happens. You see, in Elko, you get these locations. See, this is Rail Export. This is Eddie's. We've got Master and Sons, and we've got this place here. This I forgot. It's like a fake Whole Foods, to be honest. And there's this place here. Now, these are the places where you can pick up jobs. Generally, if they're not that, they will be recruitment agencies for drivers. Other than that, you'll get the other icons, which are truck dealerships. I shouldn't have to explain this. I'm sure you guys already know anyways. But yeah, this is where we're driving. We're going to drive here. Once we pick up the load, we'll get an accurate representation of where we need to go. I also improved the bitrate for this particular video. I pushed it up to 5,000. I felt as though the other videos looked very poor in quality. The only advantage was I lowered the bitrate so much that I got good frame rates. If this doesn't end up looking as good, then I'll just go back to a lower bitrate. I don't have the best of computers for doing this, that's why I gotta keep it so low, but it's doing the job for what it needs to do. I also recently joined Truckers MP, the Discord channel. I had no idea they had a running Discord channel. Eventually, if anybody wants to do any convoys with me, you guys will be able to join me on Discord, on the Truckers MP channel. But they do have rules. I read through the rules. I'm not sure if they allow people to stream their drives using their Discord or anything like that, so I gotta get the rules figured out before I do anything. So our job is here. It's on the right hand side. You enter the bay, they've got the question mark. That question mark basically says this is where you pick up your job. Park on the icon, hit the brake, put it in neutral, put your park brake on, and you press enter. Click on the freight market. Now, if you've gotten here within the time for your delivery, see here it says this is a GPS. If you notice, this delivery has a little gear on it. It's to delivering cheese from the same location, obviously. These are all the jobs that Rails Export has for us. The distance isn't that great. That's why I say filter it for price per difference. This is 350 miles, but you're only making 6,000, 6.5 grand. But for 500 miles worth of a drive, you're making over 3 times the amount. This gear that you see here, you can configure the trailers that you pick. So you can pull a double trailer, you can pull a... So that's what it means. It means the trailer, I think it means that the trailer is articulating. Or it'll have a little gear sign here. It'll have like a little diff sign. I don't know what it's called, like a little wrench thing. Or like a linkage. It's like a little curve like this and a line going through it. That means that the trailer that you're taking is articulating. But this means that you can choose what kind of trailer you want. But this is the job we're going for. This is the job I'm taking. So I click take the job. Once you take the job and you drive up to it, you look at the map location, it'll tell you exactly where you're supposed to tell you. It says here, our trailer is ready, proceed. Is it here? It's not here. Where's my trailer? Oh, there it is. Nice. They're trying to troll us. Okay. So that's the other thing you guys will notice. In Euro Truck Simulator, because the cabins are over the engine, you can actually look at the back. You've got no massive exhaust pipe blocking your view. In American Truck Simulator, if you look at the back, you can't see much. This is our trailer. That's what we're carrying. We're delivering cars. They look like Dodge Calibers, but ready to take our drive. Before I do that, this is important to do. So you noticed in the previous video I said I've discovered 19% of the roads. We've also discovered a few cities along the way now, little cities. Make sure when you're driving, if you get bored quickly or anything, don't forget where your fuel stops are. This is the most important thing. I know there's a fuel stop here, so I'll probably take it. But there's also one here, one here, one here. When you're driving your own truck specifically, it's very important to know where your fuel stops are. You don't want to run out of fuel. As it is our road, we've traveled most of it, but the fuel stops seem to be the only relevant idea. If I don't want to go out of the way, because then I'm going to make my trip longer than it needs to be. After Sacramento, we've actually traveled on this road. We haven't traveled anywhere outside on the 80th route, so we're going all the way to Oakland. That's where we're going. And trip distance is 500 miles. Inside your truck, if you hit the I key on your keyboard, if you notice the truck is changing, it says in the dial right in front where the speedo is. So I've got 149 gallons of fuel and I can travel 713 miles with it. So that's important. You don't need things like oil temperature and speed and all that, because it'll tell you that on the right hand side of your screen in your navigation. So keep this on your fuel range. This is better to use. On the right hand side, the only thing it will tell you is the amount of fuel you have. Not the fuel you have, but the fuel tank capacity. And it'll give you that little bar, and then they'll tell you you have so many miles left to travel. You won't actually know how much fuel you have to travel those miles. That's why I leave it on this setting on the information display. One thing I've tried doing recently was turning my force sensitivity way down. It didn't actually work for me. It still keeps it at the highest setting. I've got the Logitech, what is it? Some Logitech gadgets software on my computer that I downloaded from Logitech, which is supposed to help you with setting up your steering wheel and braking system. It's got profiles for the games that you have loaded on your computer. Obviously, American Truck and Euro Truck are on there. Those are some of the games. However, I haven't, for the life of me, managed to turn the sensitivity all the way down, so it still feels pretty tight. Gotta obey the speed limit. That's why I'm going so slow. Nice right turn coming up, then a left turn. Oh, I gotta get used to this. This truck brakes really well compared to the other ones I was driving. I keep stopping short of my targets. Something I've noticed about this game is that these lanes that you have coming off a ramp to join the freeway, they're there so that you can get up to speed before you actually join the freeway. However, for some reason they feel so short that by the time you get to the bottom of the ramp, the off-ramp, the cars behind you are already belting it down the freeway. You can't actually get up to speed properly enough. The distance is so short. They should actually make those things longer so that you have enough time to judge before you get there. Otherwise you'll be taking off from a standstill every time. And I don't think that's the actual intention. Trying to get really nice shots at the truck. I'll probably end up crashing. This is how I always wreck in the game. Oh man. Okay, I gotta get back in. That's a risk. I have actually looked for good quality pictures of Optimus Prime on the internet. I'm gonna try and build this truck exactly like it. I'm gonna bring this up in a later video though, but one thing American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator don't do very well, you can't paint individual body panels on your truck, which really bothers me. Like customizing your truck. Trucks are very personal things. No two trucks are ever the same. They're always customized and personalized. They've given us lots of options for chrome in the game. Like you can put amounts of chrome on it. A lot of lights, a lot of hooters, a lot of body panels, but you can't really paint anything to the way you want it to be. I also really like to tie stuff to my grill. Isn't that a thing? Like truckers will put like a teddy bear on the grill of their truck or something. Why can't I tie stuff to my truck? Got a hot air balloon in the distance. Hey, we got another guy coming up on us. That's another thing about this game. I wish the AI were interactive, other than just causing problems. AI in American Truck and Euro Truck, you know, they just cause problems. They don't behave normally. They'll either knock into you or turn at the wrong time, and you'll think they're slowing down, but they're not really slowing down. But I mean, if I hooted at a truck or gave him the lights, you know, like just flashed him, I'd like him to do it back to me. Roadkill? Oh no, it's just oil. I thought I saw roadkill the other day while driving in the game. I didn't bother checking if that's actually a thing now. Tell you what, the roads are definitely not boring. Actually, I don't think I can do that. I've got a sheriff's escort, that's what I have. As far as movies go, since I'm building the truck from Transformers because it's Optimus Prime, I might, and this is not a guarantee or anything, but I might do a build for one of the trucks that we used in the movie 18 Wheels of Justice. I think that would be pretty cool to do as well. But if it is 18 Wheels of Justice, I'd like to have a convoy where we feature all the trucks that we use in the movie. I wish I could mod the game because Truck Simulator does support open modding. The only time you're gonna worry is like if you're going on Truckers MP, sometimes your mods will affect the game. So they tell you before you're playing to turn off certain mods. Personally, I would mod it. I've never modded a game before, but I've seen the mods that other people use. I'd like to mod it so that I can get more details in the escarpment and the landscape. I don't want to break my computer any more than I would need to. I think I'm squeezing every bit of life out of it just to do this. So if I get a better computer, I definitely will be modding it and making it look even better. One mod pack I definitely would get though is the sound mod pack, just to get better engine noises. From what I gather, a full tank of gas gives me 713 miles. I know I was sitting on the left lane there and I shouldn't be. We drive on the left side of the road, you see, so the left lane is a slow lane. And we overtake on the right lane. So sometimes if you see me sitting on the left lane, it's because I'm confusing myself. It's funny, the speed limits on my navigation hasn't turned red. So I think the speed limit on this road is actually higher than 65 miles per hour. I've got it turned to electronically limit the truck in the game at 65 miles per hour. Because I'll end up driving at 90 and I will crash. Even in real life and truck simulator, it's not a question of you can handle it, maybe. No, you'll definitely crash if you drive at those speeds. It's dangerous. Even in the game, it's dangerous. Got a bus. I'll tell you what, I'll probably get Fun Bus Simulator as well. When I save up enough, I'll get Fun Bus Simulator. And I'll get the train one too. I also wouldn't mind getting My Summer Car. That one's a good one. we're gonna be passing Truckee and then on to Sacramento. And a nice Reno off-ramp. I think this is Truckee. Is that how you spell it? Pronounce it Truckee? I think this is Truckee, I don't know. Bypass the nearby way station. Okay, thank you very much. Saves me having to stop for nothing. I've noticed now that I'm over the speed limit too. It's a 65 mile an hour sign changed to red on my sat nav, so I'm clearly speeding. Maybe I'm speeding because I'm a truck. They have different speed limits for trucks and cars. It's not that I'm in a truck though, it goes according to your weight class of your vehicle. So it looks like I've got a 55 mile an hour speed limit. Thank you for slowing down. Jeez. I've seen reviews where people complained about the little lights on the Logitech steering wheel for the Xbox One. I kind of wish there were more lights on it because I'm playing in the dark right now, and when I drive my car in the dark, my steering wheel, it doesn't have lights on it, but the buttons on the steering wheel are illuminated. And since I'm using these buttons on the steering wheel that's in the Logitech one, I actually wish they were illuminated. Make them easier to spot when I'm trying to reach for them. Kind of speeding, but I don't really care. Unless there's a cop nearby, then I gotta be careful. 55. I do have cruise control mapped to a button. I think it's C. I don't want to cheat and use cruise control. Then I might as well just drive an automatic. And I'm losing a lot of power. You know, I've driven a lot of these trucks on the way here because I did 21 trips before this. I don't know whether I'm biased towards my own truck. It feels faster. It feels better. Even my brakes feel more solid. It might be the new gearbox though. That might be it. My hazards there. Oof. Doing this is actually against the law. You can't flash people out the way. Undertake him. I shouldn't be undertaking, even that's illegal. But I gotta stay on the left lane now regardless. There's a lot of traffic. We're either approaching an off-ramp. Yeah, it looks like it. What does it say? Los Angeles and Redding and San Francisco. Yep. Beep 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 beep. Gotta change this hooter, it sucks. I drink a lot of Red Bull when I play. It tends to make me burp a lot. I drink it for the flavor. Don't drink it for anything else. Energy drinks are more like a placebo than anything. If you drink water, I think it has the same effect of waking you up. Just caffeine and taurine at the end of the day. There's nothing else in there. Because if that was the case, I'd take a pre-workout before I played video games. Because I've noticed a lot of guys on, what is it, Twitch and even YouTube, they're promoting G Fuel. Something, like some kind of energy powder that you put into water and mix it up and drink it. The only time I've ever done that is before gym. I mean, if you need to take a pre-workout. And if that's the case, you're taking pre-workout to game. Maybe you're taking gaming too seriously. A tower of cans will always be more impressive than a desk full of powder. It's like when people say a wall of video games will be more impressive than your Steam folder. I kind of agree. Steam just made it more convenient for us, because the problem we have is that your games get scratched, they get lost, they get stuck in the machines. As they get older, you don't want that to happen. And because of that, Steam became the go-to for me, at least to keep my games on folder. Even if I change my computer, everything's saved on Steam. I can go and download everything if I change computers. So my profile's always saved. Whereas if I have a whole box full of video games and having to shuffle through all of them and everything, but I still have all my old video games, and they look very impressive. The bigger the tower, the more impressive. I think the same thing goes for trying to stay awake as a gamer. If you have a tower of cans there, it just looks cool. I think it's that whole concept of more is better. Like when I play American Truck Simulator over Euro Truck Simulator, I feel like I've got more truck. I've got less power, but I've got more truck, so it sounds more appealing to me. I do, however, feel like I've got fewer roads to travel on. Like Euro Truck might have more roads on it. I'm not gonna buy the DLC anyway, so it's not gonna be a problem. I was under the impression that I had the Oregon DLC. I actually didn't turn my mouse in time. I got the wrong gear there too. I didn't turn my wheel in time. So I was still facing the wrong direction. I've got it mapped to my Y key, but when I turn the wheel, obviously the Y key's orientation changes. The drive is already done? I didn't even feel the drive. The beans. Did I knock that guy? Oh my gosh. I didn't even see him. Like I saw him, but I mean I didn't think I was gonna knock him. I came all this way. Not one issue, and then I scraped one guy because it wasn't even his right of way. It was green for me to go. Here we are. This looks familiar. Such a friendly site. A dockyard. Subaru, wait. Subaru, damn. I wonder if I'll have to actually park this. Let's put my parking brake on. Oh, look at that. And they have a place for you to sleep. I want to park this so that I can... 90 XP for parking that. Let's do this in second gear. You can actually stall your truck here, so... Let's have a look. That's nice to see. Wow, look at this. I don't actually know where I'm supposed to park my trailer. Can I go around? I think I can go around. It's in there. Okay. Let's see if we've lined up properly with this. Yeah, we definitely have. Let's get our review mirror in plate. Put it in reverse. Turn left to go right. And right to go left. I think I can look at the window. I might have to straighten up now. Oh, I stalled. Straighten, straighten. There we go. We're in. Park. Press T. And we're done. Level 11. So we drove 500 miles. We took 8 hours and 39 minutes. We consumed 73 gallons of fuel. Level 10. Workhorse, not level 11, level 10. So that's where I'm ending it for today. I'm going to do a couple more drives, but I won't be showing those. I'm going to try and get myself leveled up as much as I can. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.